Greetings, greetings, greetings. Welcome. I'm here for Pisces. Greetings, Pisces. Welcome, my lovely water signs, my high priestess, 12th house. Welcome, my lovely Pisces. This is a dark mirrors, dark shadows read for you, Pisces. We're doing this for the month of September. We're going to work on one main energy. These cards have been out. Well, not all the cards. We're going to go on tarot on the camera. But the main energies I deal with in a dark shadows, dark mirrors read, right? We're looking for the fears. There's only two emotions, and that's love or fear. Fear is what's keeping us from the highest frequency there is, and that's love. So when we're dealing with the mirrors, we're looking at ourselves, right? We're looking in the mirror. We're looking at the man in the mirror. See what we can fix, see what we hidden, see what's going on, see what's bothering us, what's affecting our everyday life, and more importantly, our spiritual growth. So doing that, I normally use the Dark Mirrors deck. I take one energy card from the Dark Mirrors deck, accompany it with the Moonology deck, which is here, Dark Mirrors Moonology deck, right? And those are the two cards that's representing the main energy we're going to look at today. I also included another deck, right? I just included the Oracle's Messages deck, and I asked team, how does this energy affect you right now? Meaning, what team want me to point out? And this was the card that came out. We have the Moonology deck showing the bottom of the deck, as well as the Oracle Messages deck showing the bottom of the deck to help assist me. Pisces gang, welcome back and welcome to the Everything is Energy channel. And I am Faith, your spiritual coach, intuitive tarot card reader, and spiritual advisor here. And let's get right into it, right? We all got a lot to work on. We do, right? That's why we only pull in one energy at a time. And your card that came out, making all numbers whole here. I'm going to use numerology to help assist me with this reading today. And I have the number 30, which is going to make 3 when I reduce it. So I have the number 3, and it is calling the storm is the energy we're working on today. Calling the storm. I don't know if you can see this person, but they do kind of remind you of Storm on X-Men, right? This feminine energy, but we're talking about man or masculine or feminine energy, right? No gender here, right? Not in this dark shadows, dark mirrors reading. We're talking about going in the mirror so we can have healthy relationships, friends, families, neighbors, lovers, right? So we can have more prosperous lives, or whatever's missing in your life, so we can fill that with love, with happiness, with joy, right? But we'd have to get in the mirror first. So it says, calling in the storm, the energy that accompanied it from the Moonology deck, because the moon deals with the shadows too, and that is a time for healing. Balsamic moon. And then I said, how does this affect, my lovely Pisces? And I got, my happiness is a choice I make. My happiness is a choice that I make. Remember that, Pisces. Your happiness is a choice that you make, which means perception is everything. So it's time to change a certain perspective, right? Now, with calling in the storm, first thing I felt like was how this universe works, right? As the high priestess, you should have learned a lot of things about maybe how this place works, right? Maybe some of you guys on different levels, right? Different knowledge bases, but the point is that part of the way this place works is attraction, right? The laws of attraction, cause and effect. Everything is energy, including you and I. Knowing everything is energy and understanding the laws of attraction, we understand that the energy that goes out comes back, and energy never dies, it only transforms. That's alchemy right there. If one learns how to take an energy and transmute it from one spectrum or one side of the pendulum to the other side of the pendulum, they just alchemized energy, right? Well, calling in the storm is energy, right? We're calling in energy that is adverse to our happiness, that is adverse to our peace, because a storm could mean upheaval, right? Pisces, a storm could mean strife, problems, right? Challenges. So what is it that brings a storm? Probably this number 3. Now 3 is about bringing things together, right? And I'm guessing not only do we have this inner storm going on within us, but it attracts the same type of energy, especially when it pertains to other people, right? So not only is our way of thinking, our perception or perspective, how we handle or look at things based off the traumas and experiences we had in the past, right? We all have these. That molds our perception, it molds our perspective, right? So sometimes we have to adjust things because what we've experienced and some of the things we've gone through is not exactly the way we would want to perceive things. So now we have to tweak it a little bit. We have to heal it because a time for healing is here, right? But what are we healing? We're healing anything that causes my lovely Pisces a storm, right? So now we need to go with it. We'll have to look inside. What trauma, what experiences, what pains, what hurts, what things we may have done or caused that keeps our perspective in a storm, which essentially makes us attract this storm. Now, spiritually speaking, you are a spiritual being having a temporary human experience. Every experience you went through, especially those that were perceived as negative, challenge, hard, tough, rough, painful, are learning lessons, right? So we have to learn, but we cannot learn if we bury it. Because when we bury stuff, we forget about it. We're hiding it. But unfortunately, trauma never buries. Wounds never bury. They just bleed out and then start affecting our everyday life, thus showing us that our perspective is off and we need to change it in order to change our perception. So some of you guys might be calling in a storm on different ways, right? Maybe you attract storm when it comes to love, family, friends, jobs, careers, right? For example, let's say I have problems in my workspace or holding a job, getting a job, keeping a job, right? Or getting along with my coworkers. And this is a pattern. It seems like everywhere I go, it's a problem. For example, right? When are we going to take the space? Because what I'd like to do every time there's a problem that presents itself, I'd like to look at first self. No matter whether I played a part or not, I just want to make sure, because I need to make sure I catch these lessons on why this energy is attracting itself to me. That's why it's important to always include the laws of the universe. Refer to the Kabbalion, our ancient Kemet, or any ancient society for the laws of the universe. Easiest book, Kabbalion, right? By the three initiates. Now, back to the story at hand. When we know the laws of the universe, we can try to navigate within those laws so that we are creating a reality that's favorable to my desires, to my growth, to my physical growth, as well as my spiritual. So now what's hidden? What's causing these storms? Because now it's time to heal. And I guarantee you, whatever these storms that's being caused, it affects your ability to perceive things in the way that the glass is half full instead of half empty. See, my happiness is a choice I make. So whatever these storms are that need to be healed, is it affecting your perception? It is affecting the way you perceive things. So because happiness is a choice, this is like a driver's license, for example. I know I grew up in the state of California. In the state of California, driving is considered a privilege. I mean, at any time, you break laws, rules, regulations, your privileges can be revoked. It is not a right. It is not something that's mandatory or every single person has to have a driver's license. No, it's a privilege, right? Well, same thing with happiness. Happiness is like a privilege. It's not something you're just born into. It just comes naturally to you or anything like that. It is literally a choice, a privileged choice. Now, you'd have to decide. When things present themselves, even storms, can I find a happy place, a happy space? And I guarantee you, Pisces, you can. But it involves your perception, right? So we have to work on our perspective. How can we work on our perspective? Well, we have to heal some things. So what is it that is attracting storms to my lovely Pisces? Let's go into the tarot. Talk to me, team. Make it loud. And make it clear for my lovely Pisces in the dark shadows. Dark mirrors read. At the bottom of the Moonology deck, I have nothing is yet set in stone, mutable moon. So this can be fixed. Any storm that comes your way is a fixable storm. Some religious people like to say that God will never give you nothing you can't handle, right? Some spiritual people might like to say everything happens for you and not to you, and it's all a part of a plan you picked for yourself, depending on wherever it comes from. The key is knowing nothing is yet set in stone, and the only thing consistent here on this plane, right, on this planet called Earth, is change. So change is inevitable. Change is easy to assess. Change can come with any free will of a person who decides they want to change something, right? We also have it's okay for me to cry when I need to. Absolutely. And I'm definitely talking to my man, because when I first seen that card, before pressing record, I heard definitely talking to my man. The persons or places or things that gives the idea that any living being should not cry or show any emotion to balance out oneself wanted to create an unhealthy society. It is always okay for you to cry when you need to. We're not talking about obsessive crying here. We're talking about letting out the pain. Because when we go in the mirror, we're going to go through some tears. Absolutely. I need those tears. I need you to have those tears in order to get ready to this healing process. If there's no tears, there's no heartfelt feelings, and we're not really addressing the problem for real. I hear a baby. It's so late. What time is it? Oh, it's not that late. Okay. Well, let's get into it, guys. Talk to me, team. What is calling in the storm here for Pisces for? Tell me more. What's calling in the storm? 3 of Swords. Our train of thought. Our perception. Everything that has hurt me with the 3 of Swords is still on my mind with the swords. Now, maybe some of these things I was able to successfully tuck inside, hide a little deeper to where I'm not seeing these things every day, but they're still gnawing on my heart, affecting my perception, my perspective, right? My health, my spiritual growth and well-being. Pisces, I don't want the 3 of Swords sitting over here every time you think there's a dagger, there's a sword coming. I need you out of storm. So what's calling in the storm is heartbreak. Whether you've had heartbreak in family matters as it pertains to your parents or other family members, whether you had heartbreaks as it pertains to love and romance, right? Whether you had heartbreak as it pertains to anything in life, any experience, trauma, right? Things you've gone through that has hurt you, that has left a stamp in your life. And I just dropped, I had your card with your I guess we'll go without it, but that is very interesting. So the card that dropped was your house card, which I was going to use for this reading, but let's leave it. Yeah, clearly we don't need it, but I did hear while I was looking for the card, something about scattered brain, monkey brain, scattered brain, being all over the place mentally, could be losing things, right? Not paying attention to stuff. You might notice this, and all of this has to do with a storm. There's people that come around your life. There's experience you had when you were younger. There's experiences you had in life. There's things you've done that is bothering you. They're heavy on your heart. Now, I go by a tradition, like a very ancient, traditional spiritual system, right? You can refer to this system in ancient Kemet, also known as Egypt, which is Mayat, right? And in Mayat, when one leaves this place, right, which you guys call death, some call transitioning, passing away, right? One has to meet Anubis. Some people might know Anubis as the angel of death, right? The Grand Reaper, right? Well, Anubis' job is when you leave is to weigh your heart on a scale, right? The balancing scales. And when your heart is placed on the scale, it needs to be light as a feather in order to transcend, right? This heart is heavy as weights can give it. It's like an anchor. It'll keep you stuck in this holographic 3D reality longer than you'd like to be, right? So now we'd have to figure out how to heal it. Tell me more about calling in a storm so we can get that heart back light as a feather. Now somebody just said, after my heart is hurt like this many of times, because clearly there's more than one sword, right? This person even is defensive with the swords. Whatever hurt them is how they hurt back. They said hurt people hurt people. No, hurt people who are unhealed hurt people. Now, come on now. Come on now. Now, what's crazy is that somebody just said, how do I get a heart light as a feather if it's heavy like this, if it's been hurt so many times, Coach Faith? Well, baby, I'm here to tell you again, one thing we will go over real fast is change. Remember, nothing's consistent here. Nothing's permanent here but change, right? So remember change. And then also remember your free will, my Pisces babies. You have free will. And that free will can be used to make this heart light as a feather. We can change things, right? A lot of you guys been hurt when it comes to family matters in your home as well as relationships, especially we see this. Some of the hurts and pains you have could root from your childhood, definitely a lot of us, right? However, this is affecting your relationships. Some of you guys, it's tough to hold a 401, a relationship or a stable home even for some of you guys. It's because of this storm, which stems from heartbreak. I have the Star card, hopes, wishes, and dreams. At the bottom of the deck, I got 4 of Cups. Now this, look what we're ignoring. This card is about ignoring something, not seeing it, right? Maybe rejecting something. You can see somebody's trying to give something. This person got their hands folded. They're rejecting it. They're not seeing it. Instead, they're focused on 3 cups, totally empty cups. Nothing's in any one of those cups. The cup here at least comes with a person that's friendly, loving, caring, and kind. Our ancestor, right? Guardian, guide, right? But the thing is that this person is still focusing on those 3 cups. Now, if you pay attention to this 3 of Swords, there's 3 swords here and 3 cups. Some of you guys was hurt by 3 people mainly. Others you guys was hurt by 3 main tragic events that has taken place, tragic experiences, trauma experiences that has taken place in your life, right? But what are we ignoring? Other than the fact that there's something here that we could use, because there's nothing in those cups. We're ignoring the Star. We're ignoring our hopes, our wishes, our dreams. We're ignoring our spiritual team. We're ignoring our destiny. We're ignoring why we came here today, Pisces. Because of the storms. It's hard to come in a stable place. It's hard to focus on your wish fulfillments and dreams. If you look at the Star card right here, you see 2 things of water being poured, right? Now, look, pay attention to this. Look. One is going into the water, like where it needs to be, and the other one's going straight into the ground, like almost like an accident. It's even creating this crackle looking. So something's unbalanced here. Something's unbalanced. And a lot of you guys as being Pisces, of course, your brain might go into starland, right? Into the ethers. You might see, hear, think things that most people just don't have privy to. You're the high priestess for real. Things that hidden naturally attracts to you. But the Star is right under my happiness is a choice I make. Now I have 2 jugs here, right? Now, if I had to choose a jug, I would choose the one that looked like it could replenish something, give back, make something grow. This is just causing cracks and it's going to waste. So if I had to choose, I would choose this one. I would look in the mirror. I would choose the growth, something that gives back. I plant a seed that grow, right? So we'd have to figure this out. What's causing the Three of Swords? What's causing the Three of Swords? It's here again. Well, no, it's not here again. Well, we have the Three of Pentacles. Another three with calling in your storm. Calling in the storm is a 3 card. And then we have the Five of Cups. See that mirror? See how the person looks in the mirror again? We have some cups over here. See some of that blood with those spilled over cups? Some of these cups cause you pain, physically, spiritually, and emotionally, right? These are painful cups to look at. But you see what this person's doing. See how they cloaked in that black? They're going in isolation. They don't even want to be seen by other people. They're just going right to this mirror. Because when they go in that mirror, they can get these cups back filled up again. Why focus on empty cups when we got the juice, we got the keys, we got the know-how? They said, what we got? The ability to put these cups back upright and fill them up again, just like these 2 cups. Not all is lost, because nothing yet is set in stone. And happiness is a choice you make. And sometimes when we get in this mirror, yes, it's okay for me to cry when I need to. We have to go cry, because when we go look at this pain right here, that shit gonna hurt for real, it is. But you think these cups gotta stay spilled over, bothering you on a constant and everyday basis with the blood hanging out of them? That's chaos. That's a storm in your life. These experiences, no matter how they came about, are storms in your life. We need all hands on deck. So we only deal with our desires, things that help us grow, things that nourish and give back. So we got to get these cups back up, cleaned off, and back filled up again. And the only way is this mirror right here, my lovely Pisces. But we can't ignore that, right? That's where your wish fulfillment is. And that's where all your abundance comes. I don't care what kind of abundance we're talking about with the Empress here, right? The Empress is happy. The Empress understand and learn some lessons, and now they sit in this perception that my happiness is a choice I make. I choose to love myself. I choose to be happy. I choose to follow my wishes and desires. I choose to spiritually grow and evolve. There go another 3 again. 333 is in this reading. 333 is in this reading, Pisces. You got 3 3s. Let's figure out what's going on here, right? Let's look that up. Is the bleed to carry messages from the celestial realm? Right on time with Pisces, right? It is said to have many meanings, including spiritual awakening. The number 333 is believed to be a sign of spiritual awakening. Creativity. The number 333 is associated with creativity, intuition, and optimism. Balance. The number 333 is a message to find balance, embrace joy, and celebrate yourself. Love and relationships. The number 333 encourages open communication, self-love, and personal growth in relationships. Luck or change. The number 333 can be a sign of luck or change in your career, success, ambitions, or focus. Inner divine feminine energy. The number 333 can indicate that you are embodying your inner divine feminine energy. Fertility. The number 333 can indicate that you are full of fertility, which can be both literal and symbolic. Celebration. The number 333 can imply a time of celebration, such as socializing or good news and love. 333. It's time for you to spiritually evolve. There's a spiritual awakening here, right? But we got to do the work on what? Faith, on self, in that mirror, on this low frequency demonic type of energies that tries to keep us down, keep us in a storm, and keep us in hurt and pain. Tell me about any outside influences, team. Because I keep seeing the number 3. I feel like Pisces ain't in this alone. What is a Pisces attracting? What is Pisces attracting towards them while calling in storms? Pisces said, I'm not calling the storm in. It just happens. Energy. It's everything. Until we learn the lessons, until we do the work, we're definitely calling in storms. I have the Page of Swords. So people watch you do what? Knight of Wands. Seven of Cups. The Tower. One on the Page of Swords, team. Thank you. 3 on the Page of Swords. So Ace of Cups, the Emperor, and the 9 of Pentacles. Now what's crazy is some of these storms with the heartbreak that's calling in, some of you guys are literally, something you do calls in love, right? But somehow you're single. Looking for seriousness, but single. Because each time it attracts a Knight of Wands, people with options. And there go our Tower. And everything unexpectedly comes crumbling down. And then some of you males attract feminine energies who's looking for your money. Feminine is really looking for real love and a divine masculine. And both energies, masculine and feminine, look good. I just heard something about size. No matter your size, you're looking good with the 9 of Pentacles. Yeah, these are people who are closed off to anything, starting anything serious. And in order for you to really balance your energy out with Justice in the World card, you'd have to cut off cycles with these people. 3 is showing up again. Now you got the number 3333. Look up the 4 3s, guys, because we got to move through this reading. So you're attracting people. I want to party, I want to have fun, and blah, blah, blah. And this is friends, family, communities, and stuff like that. But in order to balance this out, unfortunately, we'd have to end cycles with the World card. And that's the truth. So we'll work with a time for healing. Tell me about time for healing. What are we healing? Other than the heart chakra. Heart chakra. Pisces, we're healing our heart chakra. That's what you're being asked to work on. That 3 of Swords. Queen of Pentacles. When you heal your heart chakra, it's going to make you more nourishing, more stable. You're being asked to take care of your health. Focus on your food habits, your physical, right? Walk, get exercise, ground your energy, meditate. It is time to ground your energy and bring back balance and stability, spiritually, emotionally, right? It's time to heal your heart and focus on you. You can't give out your cup right now, right? You can't give out too much love while you're doing this. Remember, a need for solitude when you're going through a spiritual awakening. It's time to cut some cycles with some people. Look, these people is angry. They move with haste. They don't think before they talk or act. This is not what we're trying to do here. We're trying to move on from those energies and put our defenses up. 6 of Swords, 7 of Wands. If you know this channel, I'm going to talk right with these cards, right? This causes burdens. These people with the 5 of Wands cause you nothing but burdens, and it's time to release. So I need you to meditate. I need you to ground your energy, because the people around you are liars, thieves, swindlers, deceitful people who really want to see you down for real. Now, not everybody in your life is like that. You'll have to decide with the 2 of Wands who's in your life, who's out your life, right? Because some people are literally trying to keep you stuck and giving to them while they give you nothing back. Now listen, Pisces, what do we need to do here? How do we get out the storm of heartbreak? Well, let's go back and look at the things that hurt us. I need you meditating. I need you spending time alone. Get into a quiet space. Do this starting 10 minutes a day. Hit a park at least twice a week. Once, if you can't do it twice, just sit there. You can put your feet in the ground, but I'm not even asking you that. I'm just asking you to sit there, listen, and pay attention. Nature is all around you. Listen, pay attention. It's always talking to you. Your spiritual team is always guiding you to do this work because they want you happy. But happiness is a choice, and that choice is made by self. So now you'd have to choose. Are you willing today? Are you willing today to do the necessary things it takes to get you in a healthier space by healing your heart, right? Healing your soul, your spirit, your mind, and everything else falls into place. But I need you to start putting the energy, the same energy and love you may have put into others, just taking a little time to show that love to yourself by grounding your energy, hitting the park, paying attention to nature, sitting in a quiet place, learning to meditate or practicing to meditate more. All these things are going to come up, and when they come up, we don't run from the hurt. We don't run from the trauma and pain. We look at it. We deal with it. Hell, we cry if we have to. Whatever we got to do to tackle that energy, because once it's tackled, guess what? It turns into a tool. You get stronger. You get brighter. You get more discernment. Your intuition is stronger, and your ancestors and team is proud of you as you navigate through these cycles, because that's what it's all about. In and out. I don't know where that came from, but if I hear it, think and see it, it's yours. Now, Pisces gang, I love you, I do. Love me back. Like, share, and subscribe to this video. I'm grateful. Check the description box for all you need to know. Remember, this is an ongoing process. Don't be hard on yourself. You're perfectly imperfect. That's why I love you so much. But the key is, love yourself more. Let's get this work done. Love and gratitude.